Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 19th January 2024. Before we generate high liquidity zones for different time frames, let us evaluate the performance of the high liquidity zones generated in our yesterday's daily time frame and 75 minutes time frame. If this is your first visit to our channel, please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action course. You can access all the training videos at our YouTube channel, and you can click on the home page and scroll down to the playlist supply demand zone price action course. So in this playlist, all the training videos are available in an order. So click on this playlist. Now you will be able to access all the training videos. Scroll down from the bottom, starting from the first lesson, lesson 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, lesson 2, 3, 4, until the most recent lesson are available in this playlist. Even I am placing the upcoming lessons also under this playlist. I will be placing. And I am also providing the link to this playlist in this YouTube video description. So from the description, you can find the link and click the link and directly you can get into this page. Or you can also find all these video links at our Telegram channel. I am also providing the link to our Telegram channel in this YouTube video description. So you can subscribe at our Telegram channel to get the notifications about the latest video updates. So please make use of this opportunity and strengthen your skills related to supply demand zone price action. Now let us get into the analysis part. Yesterday we identified 9 high liquidity zones from daily time frame and 75 minutes time frame. So let us look into them one by one. The first one is Crompton. Crompton is moving between high liquidity demand zone and high liquidity supply zone. That means in this stock we can find both long as well as short opportunities. And yesterday we identified this stock near the demand zone, the high liquidity daily demand zone. We have a rally candle, 4 base candles, and again a rally candle. But before this high liquidity zone, there is an entry buffer we have identified. I have explained entry buffer concept in one of the earlier videos. You can find them at our NeoStock terminology playlist if anybody doesn't know about entry buffer concept. There I clearly explained with examples. So already there is an entry buffer. Here we have a lot of order flow just before the high liquidity zone. See, already it gave 2 tests. Maybe one option is maybe we can take an entry in this area. The another option is you can wait until the prices enter into this fine-tuned area. So we have a 5-minute zone, we have a 75-minute zone, inside 15, inside 5 minutes we have fine-tuned. There you can take the actual entry. Here we have the real order flow is there. So one of these trades you can plan, but today prices did not enter into any one of these areas. So that way we didn't get an entry in this stock. So no trade in Crompton. Next one is Grasim. Grasim also we didn't get any trade. This is also high liquidity zone. This is the way I fine-tuned the zone. And next one is Muthoot Finance. There also we didn't get an entry. This is also daily high liquidity demand zone. This is also fine-tuned. We have a 75-minute, fresh 75-minute zone. Inside I fine-tuned 15 minutes and 5 minutes area. This is the one. But below that there is a 5 minutes high liquidity zone is there. In case if this is failed, we can still plan in the 5 minutes high liquidity zone. It is already tested multiple times. But anyway, today we didn't get an entry in this stock. So we can ignore this stock. And Ashok Leyland, we got the trade, short trade. This is a high liquidity supply zone. See, it is entered into the fine-tuned area and reached the target. Okay, how we fine-tune this zone? First of all, this is a drop candle. We have 4 base candles. and again a drop candle, drop base drop. And as per our high liquidity, first, because this is a daily high liquidity supply zone, we should go to 75 minutes time frame. In the 75 minutes time frame, identify two zones, rally base drop, and this is not convenient for fine tuning, so I just left this. But look into this. This is a very good one. We have a drop, drop base drop. This is a 75 minute zone. Inside this 75 minute zone, we identified the 15 minutes area. See, here we have ERC candle, base candles, and a drop candle, the 15 minutes. But 15 minute structure is not very convenient. But look into the 5 minutes. There you will identify a 5 minutes high liquidity zone. So just before this 15 minute zone, observe the prices here. We have a drop, we have 4 base candles and a drop. The actual order flow is started from this area. See, every time prices are entering and rejections, prices are entering, rejections, prices are entering, rejection. Why it is happening? For all these candles. That means there is a huge order flow in this area. Because there is a huge order flow, there is nothing wrong in taking a trade again. Even now also you see, if you look into this, so when prices entered somewhere in this area, you can plan. So to get the clarity about this 5 minute zone, let me delete these remaining zones so that you get better clarity. The prices were moving here. See, all of a sudden with a gap down, there is a drop candle. That means there is some new order flow is added here. That is an indication here. When you see such a huge candle with a huge drop, maybe there could be a new order flow in this area. Institutions might have added. That is an indication. At least that way you can take at least one trade. There is nothing wrong because the risk is minimal. You can trade. See here today what happened? The moment prices entered into this, see the rejection from this zone. Even if you miss trade in this, the next candle also given another trade. See, after that, finally it reached the target. This is the 15 minutes target. Drop base rally. So prices reached. That way, Ashok Leyland has given 13,250 rupees profit, which is 6.65% return on the investment. The short trade. This is on a daily high liquidity zone. Inside daily high liquidity zone, we identified a 5 minutes high liquidity zone. This 5 minutes high liquidity zone is having the actual order flow. Lot of rejections earlier. Even today also the prices entered. See how it is fallen. So this is about Ashok Leyland. See, finding high liquidity zone, the S underscore DZ and R underscore DZ, they are not easy to identify manually. Definitely we need the help of the software algorithms. But what is the one clue you can, at least this clue is, you may not see because there are other rules we need to identify to confirm this is a high liquidity zone. But at least one basic level clue. You can trust at least 80% on this clue. You know that high liquidity area always supports multiple tests. Already multiple tests are there. At least you can, this is not a 100% confirmation, at least 80% level you can assume. Because there are other few other checks we should need to perform additional checks. That is software algorithm is doing by analyzing the past historic data. But at least to justify, maybe this could be a high liquidity zone. See, I am using the words carefully. Maybe it could be a high liquidity zone. We are not confirming it is a high liquidity. It could be a high liquidity zone. To confirm it, because you don't have the software, you don't have the option to validate. At least it has multiple tests in this zone. Generally, who is having the capacity to provide multiple tests? Multiple means at least 3 times, 2 times. 2 times is also not really, because we have seen some zones will fail after 2 tests. But we cannot confirm. This is only a maybe level. Maybe it could be, because this is a guess. So maybe at least you see some above 2 tests. You can at least you can confirm 80% level. This could be a high liquidity zone. See, it provided several tests in this zone. So that is the reason why. That way you can confirm this could be. You can give importance to this zone. Anyway, risk is very minimal. Even if it is stopped out, the loss will be very minimal. That way you can give some priority, because several tests it has given. But there is one risk is here, because till the prices entered almost close to the, because a lot of order might have been consumed. But the next one is the clue here. What is the next one? With a huge gap, prices were dropped from this zone. We cannot say it is a pro gap. Maybe there is a possibility it is a pro gap, because it is coming, prices are down with the gap from the supply zone. And this is a possible level to qualify a high liquidity zone. That's why you can give an importance. Maybe next time also, definitely this zone will work. Maybe because institutions might have added new orders. That's why there is a gap from the supply zone. It could be like a pro gap. This is a pro gap after the zone creation, not while zone creation. That way you can give a priority. And moreover, another zone is created, drop, base, drop. But this is not inside the fine-tuned 75 minutes area, but definitely some order flow is there. By the time this zone is violated and prices enter into this area, the existing new orders and whatever this supply is already consumed, altogether this zone will be having much power and demand might have been weakened. Definitely you get a good trading opportunity. That way, based on the price action clues, you can confirm definitely there is nothing wrong in missing this trade. We should not miss, there is nothing wrong. I'm sorry. Definitely we should not miss this trade. What I mean to say, there is nothing wrong in accepting this trade. There is nothing wrong in accepting this trade, because we have so much of analysis we did, so many other clues supporting us. Even though earlier prices went deep inside, maybe new orders might have been added. The new orders, again, before prices entering into this zone, it will push. See here already this zone, see the rejection from here. It has already consumed some demand. Because of that, some rejections, prices came down from this area. So definitely demand. Moreover, prices did not enter into this demand area. Again, institutions are trying to create new 5 minutes level demand zones, maybe somewhere here. And again, prices entered into this zone. The remaining pending orders might have consumed some demand, and prices entered, and the new orders recently institutions added that pushed the price down. This is the way you need to do analysis for justifying for the justification of your trade. There should be a strong justification for taking any trade. That's why I always say price action clues are very, very important. You have to do a lot of observation on the price movements. Why every time I'm talking about all these things? Because all these I want to inject all these points into your mind, so that you will also in a position to do your analysis in a better way in the coming days. So Ashok Leyland is a successful trade for us. So let me add the deleted things. So this is what the actual analysis, how we identified, how we arrived till this 5 minutes high liquidity zone area. And the next one is HDFC AMC. Here also we got a successful trade from HDFC AMC. This is a daily high liquidity zone. First, let me show you. This is a daily high liquidity zone. This is a zone created in the year 2019. But recently, what happened? There is a LOTL zone is created. Inside this high liquidity zone, there is again a new zone is created. This is a LOTL concept. You are already aware of it. We have a drop-based drop. I think if I am not wrong, in lesson 7 or lesson 8, one of these lessons, we discussed about LOTL in our training program. I explained different scenarios. So this new zone is again inside the high liquidity zone. So that means this LOTL zone is also a high liquidity zone. And moreover, it is a fresh zone. So there is a higher chances of getting some success will be there. Drop-based drop. And here what happened in the 75 minutes, we identified two 75-minute zone inside this. Because always we have to see. One is the existing high liquidity zone. This is the fresh 75 minutes. And this is the 75 minutes inside the LOTL zone. LOTL daily zone. And this 75 is a fresh zone inside the original high liquidity zone. Because this is the most recent one, first you need to explore the trading opportunities. So for that, what we did, again entered into the 15 minutes area. In the 15 minutes area, identified the 15 minute zone. See, now you get clarity. We have a drop, two base candles and a drop. And lot of rejections are coming here. That means there is a high liquidity area somewhere here, because a lot of rejections are coming from the same area. This is the first clue to identify your high liquidity zones. So for that, this is 5 minutes. Let me show you in 15 minutes first. 15 minutes you have a rally, two base candles and a drop candle. Now go to the 5 minutes. In the 5 minutes area, we fine tune. So this is a ERC candle, big candle from here to here. This is a failed ERC candle. You can use it as a leg-in. Then you have a base candle and then you have a drop candle. This is the way we have identified this zone. And this zone is having high liquidity. See, just before entering into the zone, there is a rejection. Actually, this rejection is from this area, but this is proximal type 2 level area. This entire thing is proximal type 1 area. Already there is one rejection is there. Next, proximal type 2 level, second entry. And proximal type 2 level, the third one. See here, just before entering into this, that means a new order flow is added into this area. Just before entering, there is a rejection. That means there is this is acting as a high liquidity. Institutions are adding new orders into this. And moreover, the risk is also very small here. That way, there is nothing wrong in planning one more trade in this. And see today what happened exactly in this area. Prices entered and provided an entry. See the huge rejection from this area. And prices reached the target. That means in just the first 5 minutes, our trade is finished. Let me show you 1 minute level, you will get clarity. See here, prices entered and a huge rejection. After that 919 candle, it reached the target. And that way HDFC Bank has provided 12,300 rupees profit, which is 6.23% return on the investment. After that, the zone is violated. That is a different story. And the one we fine tuned again, we were waiting for a trade, but today prices did not enter into this area. So this is about HDFC Bank. Next one is Dr. Reddy. Dr. Reddy is a zone will be violated, we know. You know when a zone will be violated, you know the reasons. As per those reasons, first let me show you. Dr. Reddy has a 75-minute zone. Drop, base, drop. See, today morning itself it is violated. The reason is look into the 15 minutes. See, I didn't even what to say, fine tune this zone. The reason is when I wanted to fine tune in 15 minutes, the 15 minutes candle structures will tell you this zone will be violated. See all these base candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now drop candle. So easily this zone is will be violated. That is what happened. Next one is ITC. ITC is also the same. The zone will be easily violated. The reason I will show you. But 15-minute structure is good. 5-minute structure will tell you why this zone will be violated. But before that, first it is a 75-minute zone. We have a drop candle, base candle, again a drop candle. Why this zone is violated? If you look into 5-minute structure, you will get clarity. But before that, I will show you 15-minute structure. 15-minute structure, if you see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base candles are there. This is a base candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This could be a drop, base, drop. That way you can treat. But here itself, some inconvenience is there. To, to accept this structure, I am not comfortable. But still, let us wait because this entire area, 15 minutes is also occupied. Look into the 5 minutes, you will get clarity. See here. You have a rally candle, you have a base candle. See here, the structure is not good. Something not convenient here. And if you look into this, all these candles, this is the only one you can consider as a drop candle. This is the one you can consider as a rally candle. Now count the candles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles are there. Base candles. So not really a convincing price structure. See what happened today? Easily the zone is violated. Next one is National Aluminium. National Aluminium is also the same. The price structure is not good. This is also a 75-minute zone. Let me show you the 75-minute zone. See here a lagging candle, 1, 2, 3, 4 base candles and a drop candle. Here we have a 15-minute structure. Let us go to 15 minutes. We have a drop, 1, 2, 3, 4 base candles and a drop candle with a gap. So looks like excellent 15-minute structure. But look into the 5 minutes. What happened here? We have a drop candle, base candle, again a rally candle. That means it is a demand zone is created. Next candle with a gap down. This is a drop candle with a gap down. Hidden body you can add. After that, went down, I use a rejection from here. So where is the supply zone? 5-minute supply zone. That means this zone will be violated easily. That is what happened. Somewhere at the distal line, some order flow is there, but came down, not good enough to reach the 15 minutes target. Not even 15 minutes, not even 5 minutes target also it is not able to reach. Very limited flow is there, but we know this zone is violated. That way we did plan. But generally, when we have such kind of zones, the price structure is not good. What happened? We don't plan for any bull trap related trades. We can ignore. But if we look into this, I have seen something interesting here. We would have ignored something interesting. Maybe this one could be a successful trade. The reason is, even though this price structure is not good, some reasons are, see why this zone is violated. It's not violated just like that in a straight line what you have seen for ITC or Dr. Reddy. How those ICC or Dr. Reddy zones are violated? You see, first you observe. Easily they are violated, just like that. Candles went. After that, from above, maybe some came down, but while violating, there is no any resistance, even at 5 minutes level also, easily moved. Look into Dr. Reddy. How it is violated, Dr. Reddy. See here, easily with one candle, the zone is violated. But see what happened to National Aluminium? It is not that case. There was some order flow inside. Some interest is there from the bears. See here, first prices went, came down, again went, came down. That means some order flow, even near the distal line, prices went close to the distal line and came down. And this is the first clue. Indication may be this, even though this zone is not good, even though we know this zone will be violated, because this zone is violated, generally we don't plan any, if the zone structure, high liquidity zone structure is not good, and we know that it is going to be violated, and after that it is violated, we don't plan any bull trap or bear trap related trades. But this one, why we can plan, let me tell you the reasons carefully. The way how this zone is violated is something different. Not easily violated. Some order flow is there from the base. That's why before violation, see there is a lot of resistance from this zone. Not easily violated. This is the first indication that a lot of demand might have been consumed in this zone. But okay, if we can treat this as a bull trap, what could be the success rate? How can importance we can give? Can we really plan? Because the zone overall, okay, even though some resistance, overall this zone is violated. That is what we identified. What is the quality of this zone? Maybe this is a high liquidity zone. We can plan a trade. But how do we know this is a high liquidity zone? This is a fresh zone. No clues, at least already some 3 times or 4 times or 5 times, some rejections are there from this zone. At least we can assume it is a high liquidity zone. Okay, for you it is not possible to identify, but for me it is possible because I have a software, NeoStock software is available. That's why what I did, I went to NeoStock. There is a top-down analysis report is there. Earlier once I shown you. From here we identify demand zone chain and supply zone chain. So what I did for national aluminum, this is a national aluminum, right? So from this chain, demand supply zone chain, there I entered national aluminum, and which time frame it is 5 minutes, right? The time frame is 5 minutes. So that's why I have selected the time frame as 5 minutes. For national aluminum, 5 minutes, I want to generate supply demand zone chain. So I clicked on the supply demand zone chain. This is the costliest operation. That's why it's taking more time to generate this. It takes maybe 5 or 6 seconds time or a little more to generate the report. Because it analyzed all the stocks starting from the past and till the date it is generating. And here, this is our zone, the one we identified. 17th January 9:40 candle, one base candle, after that a leg out candle. Leg in is at 17th January at 9:40. See here. Look into this. This is 17th January at 9:40. One base candle and then leg out at 9:50. 17th January 9:50. See here, 17th January 9:50 leg out. This zone. What kind of zone it is? And our software generated this zone as a low priority high liquidity zone. Within the high liquidity zones, I have given different priorities. So one of the high liquidity zones videos in the past, I explained the priorities of NeoStock high liquidity zones. Okay, compared to the normal zone, this is a good zone. But compare it to S underscore DZ and R underscore SZ, those zones, this zone priority is less. But even then, this is a high liquidity zone. Okay, because this is a high liquidity zone, even though it is a low priority, because this is a high liquidity zone, definitely there will be some order flow. It may not be very strong, but definitely some good order flow. At least one trade, successful trade it will give, because before entering into this zone, see how the demand, existing demand is consumed within this zone. See here, from here prices came down. That means some of the demand is consumed. After reaching here, again prices came down. Some more demand is consumed. Again, some more demand is consumed. Some more demand is consumed. Some more demand is consumed. That means by the time this zone is coming, definitely the supply in this zone, even though it is a low priority high liquidity zone, the supply in this zone, definitely it could be, or it might be better than the demand. This is based on the price action observation. The only advantage, apart from advantage, the only one additional thing advantage I got is NeoStock software. NeoStock software helped me in deciding this zone as a high liquidity zone, but low priority high liquidity zone. Definitely the existing demand might have. So that way this zone is given, okay, the risk is also very minimal. Because the risk is very minimal, there is nothing wrong in taking a short opportunity. But there is one problem is there that I will tell you later. Problem means not related to the trade. I mean not related to the zone. Related to taking the trade. Why taking the trade? I will tell you. First I will tell you the profit, then you will understand. And National Aluminum has given 15,000 rupees profit. It has given 15,000 rupees profit. Then what is ROI? 15,000 profit means you may say ROA could be excellent. It could be maybe 8 or 7 or 9% ROA, return on the investment, as per one futures lot. That is what you might guess. But for this stock, that is not true. Here, ROA, return on the investment for one futures lot is only 4.26%. Even though your profit is 15,000, your ROA is only 14.26%. Why we got less ROA? You know the reason. Profit is good, but ROA is less means the margin cost could be very high. Yes, that is true. For National Aluminium, it is 3.5 lakhs for one futures margin. And 3.5 lakhs means it is usually higher compared to the other stocks. Most of the stocks, the cost of the future is between 1.2 lakhs to 1.8 lakhs. 1.6 or 1 point. Rare scenarios, you will see around 2 lakhs. But this is extremely rare scenario. 3.5 lakhs, that's why your ROA is. And 3.5 lakhs investment, if you are in a position to invest, then only you will be in a position to accept this trade. Otherwise, even though all these factors are supporting, still you may not be in a position to take the trade. Okay, anyway, whether I am taking the trade, you are taking the trade, or we are not in a position to take the trade, that is a different story. Here we are evaluating the performance of the high liquidity zones, NeoStock. As per the high liquidity zone, the bull trap, it is a successful bull trap. But how we made this bull trap successful? Using price action close. That is our learning point. Maybe today you may not be in a position to take this trade due to high futures margin cost. But tomorrow, less margin cost, if you get a one future lot, and if you observe, if you are having knowledge about such kind of accepting this zone or not, when you have such kind of knowledge, definitely it will be helpful to you. Here the important learning is, even though we know this zone will be violated, but the violation is not happened in a aggressive way. Just like that, what happened to ITC or Dr. Reddy. The violation is happened with a great struggle. Before violation, again, the demand also, the supply in this zone also made some impact to the demand. That means the existing demand has consumed a lot, the supply has consumed a lot of existing demand. Because the supply in this zone, some supply is there, it consumed the demand. The zone above this high liquidity zone is, the bull trap is worked out in a nice way. Even though the 75-minute zone structure is not good. So this is one good learning you have to make from National Aluminium. See, all these points, whatever I am telling you, they are all good learning for you. Learning points, they are all good learning points. Because I am explaining from my experience. This is the way all these points you have to observe. All these points are to understand the price action. Especially the structure of the price structures. Always I say the price structures are very, very important. Understanding the price structures, all these points will be helpful to you. Okay, this is about National Aluminium. The bull trap has given, because this is a low priority high liquidity zone. Due to the price action clues inside this high liquidity, 75 minutes high liquidity zone, helped us to take the trade and make it a successful one with 15,000 profit and 4.26% ROA. And next one is Naukri. This is again a successful trade, a good trade. This is a 75 minutes high liquidity zone. This is a 75-minute zone. This is a ERC candle, 4 base candles and a drop candle, leg in, base, drop. And here we fine-tuned this 75 minutes inside with 15 minutes area. 15 minutes identified, a drop, base, drop. But see here, see the rejections from all these candles. It definitely indicates there is a high liquidity area at 5 minutes will be there. This is a clue you can identify because multiple rejections from these zones. That means when we get such kind of price structure, see all this, it looks like some bricks are placed in a proper order. All these candles, if you look into all these candles, some bricks are placed in an order exactly. That way the rejections are coming. That itself is a clue to identify some high liquidity is there. In one more time frame below, that is your 5 minutes area, you will be in a position to identify. So go to the 5 minutes. Now you identify here, see here drop, 4 base candles and a drop. See here prices. See, all these prices are unable to move above this. So in this area, a lot of liquidity is there. From where this liquidity is started, from here, drop, base, drop. So in this 5 minutes area, you have the liquidity. So to make you understand, let me delete this 5 minutes zone, 15 minutes zone. See here. Now this is the area, you have a lot of order flow. Prices are not unable to go above. Let me draw a horizontal line. Prices are unable to go above this horizontal line. Let us see today. Same thing happened today also. It reached and see the rejection and finally reached that 15 minutes target. Let me show you the 15 minutes time frame. So here we have a lagging candle, 2 base candles and a rally candle. And today it reached. So let me go to the 1 minute time frame to get clarity. So here in 9:15 minutes candle, prices went. After that, second entry we didn't get, only one entry at 9:15 minutes candle. And finally, prices reached at 9:36 minutes candle. That means in 36 minutes, our trade is finished. Excellent trade. And this is the way Naukri has given 14,550 rupees profit, which is 9.26% ROI. Let me add the 15 minutes zone. Okay. So we got a very good number of successful trades today. 1, 2, 3, 4 stocks we have identified. We got successful with our analysis. Apart from the 2 trades we identified, they will be violated easily. Of course, it's not 2, 3 actually. One is Dr. Reddy, ITC and National Aluminium. National Aluminium, even though it is violated, we are able to identify a bull trap with the help of NeoStock software. That is what you have to understand. But for you, it may not be a trade because I have the advantage of having the software. That is the only decision I am in a position to take about that particular zone. Okay, anyway, here we are noting down all these things apart from your trades to check the performance of our high liquidity zones generated by our software. So this is the analysis part for our yesterday's zones. Now let us generate demand and supply zones for today's time frame. Today's time. Today's end of the day. So what I mean to say, for today's data, let us generate demand and supply zones, stocks near demand and supply zones for all the time frames, starting from yearly. So entry time frame is yearly. Let us find the stocks near yearly demand zone, no stocks, mostly supply zone also, no stocks, yearly time frame, near supply zone, no stocks. And half yearly time frame also mostly you may not find, because yesterday also we didn't get. For half yearly time frame, stocks near half yearly demand zone, no stocks. For half yearly time frame, stocks near half yearly supply zone, no stocks. Now let us change the time frame to quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. So two stocks are filtered. Let's go back. For quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. So one stock is filtered. So let me go back. Monthly time frame, let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. Four stocks are filtered. Let's go back. Monthly time frame, let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. So no stocks are available, stocks near monthly supply zones. Let's go back. Let us change the time frame to weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. So two stocks are filtered. Let's go back. Weekly time frame. Let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. So let's go back. Entry time frame is, let us change the time frame to daily. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Any high liquidity demand zones in this list? Nifty Private Bank is a indices. And Dixon is there. It is already tested once. This is a high liquidity zone. So from the stocks, this is the only one stock we identified, which is near daily high liquidity demand zone. So let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Let us find the high liquidity supply zones. This one is an indices, Nifty Media, so we don't consider. Ashok Leyland is there. Glenmark is there, already tested 3 times and 5 rejections earlier. But Glenmark is having both high liquidity demand zone as well as the supply zone. But anyway, this is the one near high liquidity supply zone. But if you get an opportunity in demand zone also, there is nothing wrong in accepting. Only in this, when a stock is having both high liquidity demand zone and supply zone, then only you can consider. But remaining stocks you should not consider. You have to consider only stocks near demand zones or stocks near supply zones. That's it. Okay, that's it. These are all the high liquidity supply zones from daily time frame. Let us go back. Let us change the time frame to 125 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. The 6 stocks are filtered. Let's go back. Entry time frame is 125 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. So this is the filtered list. Let me scroll down. So total 18 stocks are filtered. Okay, let's go back. Let me change the time frame to 75 minutes. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. So 2 stocks are filtered. The first one is Nifty Midcap Select. So this is an indices. So for stocks we didn't have any high liquidity demand zones. So let me go back. For 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. So let us look into high liquidity supply zone, 75-minute supply zones. Nifty Healthcare Index, but this is an indices. So Balakrishna Industries is a high liquidity zone, supply zone. Conquer is a high liquidity supply zone, a fresh zone. Grasim is there, but already having 3 rejections, even though 0 tests. And UBL is also there. It is already tested 3 times. So these are the high liquidity 75-minute supply zones. So let me go back. Let us change the time frame to 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. These 7 stocks are filtered. Let me go back. 25 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. So these 5 stocks are filtered. So let me go back. 15 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. So 3 stocks are filtered. Let me go back. 15 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let me go back. Let us change the time frame to 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. Let me go back for 5 minutes time frame. Let me find the stocks near 5 minutes supply zone. So this is the filtered list for finding the stocks. All the demand zones starting from yearly time frame until the 5 minutes time frame. I hope the information is useful to you, will be useful to you. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.